Hello and welcome back to the channel. It is time to start the Dunwich Legacy. I'm super stoked to start this campaign. First time running the campaign, and it's gonna be interesting. I can't imagine we're gonna get the best ending, but we're gonna do our darndest and try. So if you haven't seen my last video, that is where I went over the decks that we're gonna be using. We are using Jacqueline Fine and Monterey Jack as our investigators for this campaign. I feel like they're a little bit difficult. I feel like Monterey Jack might be a little bit more of a difficult investigator to play around with, but we're going to try it out and see how it goes. And this is also the first time I'm playing Mystic. So that is also going to be very interesting. I feel like the easiest route through this would have been taking a Guardian and a Seeker. Guardian is my favorite class alongside Rogue, but, I wanted to try something new, so we're going to see how it goes. But let's just dive right in. I did make a couple of changes, by the way, in the last video. People left some really great comments. I didn't want to change it too much. Even a couple of you in the comments did mention that, part of the fun is just sort of experimenting and trying out new things. But the one thing I did change in Jacqueline's Fine deck, I did take out the Scrying Mirrors, and I did bring in 2 copies of Blinding Light, because I figure it would give her just a little bit of extra survivability. It's a little bit lower cost, because I realized my deck it's fairly high costed. And I felt like I just didn't really need the Scrying Mirror. There was a lot of other things going on with her, and I didn't really want to overcomplicate things. But I did already look ahead as well. We do have the Scenario 1B, but let us read the prologue and exactly see why we're in La Bella Luna. So the prologue. Dr. Henry Armitage pours himself a glass of Pinot and sits down at his desk, gesturing for you to sit across from him. I apologize for the short notice, he begins. His face is pale, his forehead sweaty and wrinkled with worry. Armitage, the head librarian of Miskatonic University and a former mentor of yours, privately contacted you in hopes of gaining your assistance. Eager to help, you made your way to his home in Southside. Upon entering, you were surprised to find his home in disarray. Books and notes litter his desk, and an empty bottle of wine has tipped over onto the ground by the fireplace. You'd always known Armitage to be neat and well organized. The elderly man takes a moment to collect his thoughts. I'm looking for 2 of my colleagues, Dr. Francis Morgan, Professor of Archaeology, and Warren Rice, Professor of Languages. Warren was supposed to meet with me over supper earlier today to discuss several important findings, but he has since gone missing. At first I thought nothing of it, but I have a nagging feeling something else is going on. Very familiar feeling. You've never seen Armitage quite this worried before. His hands tremble as he reaches for the glass on his desk and he sips from it nervously. I tried to find Francis, hoping he knew where Warren was, but he's too out of his touch. Francis has been spending a lot of time in some gambling den, or so I am told. I sent for you because I'm worried Warren might be in trouble. I would appreciate it greatly if you could find him for me. You may also wish to ask Francis for help, if you can reach him. So, we had the choice of choosing either to look for Warren Rice first, or looking for Dr. Francis Morgan at the Clover Club. I chose Dr. Francis Morgan for the Clover Club because I feel like most people go with Scenario 1A just because it's the first one listed. Plus, he does mention Warren is the first person he was looking for in the first place. Wanted to go off the beaten path a little bit, and we'll go check out Dr. Francis Morgan at the Clover Club anyways. Plus Monterey Jack here. He looks like he could have a good drink and some gambling. Jacqueline Fine, I don't know. Maybe we can play some cards or something and she can read people's minds and find clues that way. But that is what we're going with. We are going to look for Dr. Francis Morgan in Scenario 1B called The House Always Wins. And we already have it all set up here. We have the Clover Club Pit Boss who starts at the Clover Club card room. He's a pretty tough person, 3/4/3, highest intellect is his prey, and after we investigate a location or gain any other clues at a location where he's at, he's going to immediately engage us and make an attack. He's definitely hiding something there. And we also have the agenda cards. So we have Clover Club. You've entered the Clover Club casino in search of Dr. Morgan. The club is bustling at this late hour, filled with patrons looking to relax and drink or make it big. You don't appear to be in much danger. Each criminal gains aloof, and if anyone deals damage to a criminal enemy, you immediately advance. So it's giving us a little bit of a head start, so the Clover Club Pit Boss won't do anything bad to us, assuming we don't get any clues in front of him. And then for the Act card, we have Beginner's Luck. You need to find Dr. Morgan. The club is packed, perhaps somebody knows where he is. As a reaction, when you reveal a Chaos token, you can treat it as any other token in the Chaos bag, but if you do, you have to remember that you have cheated, and it has, when the investigators have collected the requisite number of clues, you have to immediately spend them in advance, and it's 8 clues total, so a lot for 2 investigators. Monterey Jack's great, not too bad at investigating. Jacqueline finds not the worst, but not the greatest until she gets some items, so we'll see how it goes. Alright, I think that's going to do it. We both start in La Bella Luna. Let us also shuffle these into Jacqueline's deck. We're going to shuffle, draw our opening hand. One thing that I also want to do for this playthrough is I'm starting to playing with my friends and playing through some of the standalone scenarios and the core box and stuff like that. I definitely get that this game isn't really meant to be won, like you're not really meant to be winning. Jacqueline Fine is also going to be our lead investigator for this campaign. Or for this scenario, because I believe you can switch between scenarios. So maybe we'll just keep switching in between whoever is lead investigator. And so I don't really want to spend too much time like mulling over decisions, even if it's a really big decision. I think I want to keep the pace up of the video. I think I do want to just sort of see where the dice fall and see where the chaos tokens fall. So we're going to play it pretty quick. I'm probably going to make some mistakes. I'm still learning this game. I'm not a pro or anything like that. So if there's anything that you catch that I should fix for future playthroughs, definitely let me know in the comments below. I know that you are all fantastic and the community is great for this game. So really do appreciate all the help that's been in my past videos as well. So let's draw 5 cards for Monterey Jack and let's see what he gets first. So we have Ethereal Slip, Emergency Cash. We drew our weakness, so we'll just set that aside and draw a new card. Unexpected Courage and another Ethereal Slip. And we get lockpicks. Fantastic. Lockpicks off the start is great. I don't think we're going to need Ethereal Slip right now, and I think I'd rather get his assets and stuff. So I think we're going to get rid of those. Emergency Cash and Unexpected Courage are both great, though, so we're going to get 2 more cards for our Ethereal Slip. We get Scout Ahead and Pickpocketing. Sounds good to me. Not a bad start for Monterey Jack. So we're going to shuffle these, and then I'll draw Jacqueline's opening hand as well. All right, let us see what we get with Jack. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We got Familiar Spirit, Rite of Seeking, great. Ritual Candles, Emergency Cash, and Ward of Protection. I think this is a great opening hand. I don't see any issues with any of this stuff. Don't think we really need the Familiar Spirit because we don't have another spell or to take up an arcane slot anyways, but it'll prep us in the off chance we need it in the future. So we'll hold on to it until we need it. Ritual Candles can just help make tests a little bit easier for us. We are playing on standard difficulty. Here are the symbols for the House Always Wins, easy standard difficulty. Now, I'm not really sure why the tablet is here. Someone could maybe correct me for, I don't know if I did this incorrectly, but in the campaign log, or in the campaign book, it does list that for the standard difficulty for this campaign, there's no tablet chaos tokens actually in the bag. However, there's a chaos, or there's a tablet on the House Always Wins card. So I'm not really sure why that is. I didn't include it. I just followed whatever was on the standard difficulty on the campaign book. So maybe that'll just come into play later. I don't know. Yeah, I think we're just fine keeping this whole hand. I think this hand is perfect for Jacqueline. All right, so let us see what's in La Bella Luna. So we start, it's 2 Shroud level. 2 clues on it, and we can resign at this location, saying it was a bust. All right, we are using dice for everything. I've started using dice for everything. Of course, we also get 5 resources for each character. Dice have just been so much simpler than using tokens. The only thing I use tokens for is the Doom tokens, because that's still a little bit fine. All right, well, let's get started. So I think first things first, I think we'll just investigate if we can, but I think we'll actually maybe use Jacqueline because Rite of Seeking can get additional clues. So let's pay 4. We're going to play our Rite of Seeking that comes in with 3 charges. I think we will use a charge and just investigate. We are going to be investigating at 5 to 2. And I guess I might as well use my ability, make sure this goes off without a hitch. Well, actually 5 to 2. That could actually end up screwing me if I end up drawing multiple symbol cards plus the autofail. So we'll just go for it. 5 to 2. We get a -2. That's going to be a success. And because of Rite of Seeking, get to discover an additional clue. So we get both of those clues off to a good start. We have 1 action left. I think we'll just play the Emergency Cash and get that going. I think we'll just play the Emergency Cash and go up to 4 resources. And that will end Jacqueline's turn. So pretty good turn. Not a bad start. For Monterey Jack, now that we don't have to worry about those clues there anymore, I think we're just going to move into the Clover Club card room. So it is no clues. While it is Act 1, Clover Club gains spend 2 resources, reveal a random chaos token, and we essentially gamble. So we need to look for an Elder Sign symbol to get 2 clues and 2 resources, an even number to get 2 clues, or odd number or symbols, nothing happens. So we're going to do a little bit of gambling with him. And this connects to both here, here, and here. Oh, wait. Oh, no, Clover Club Lounge is... Whoops. I had these in the wrong area. I shouldn't have been able to do that. Whoopsie. Clover Club Lounge, I had it in the wrong place. Clover Club Lounge should be the center one, because we can only enter the Clover Club through from La Bella Luna. So, my bad. My bad. So, Clover Club Lounge instead, as well as Act 1, it gains discard an ally from your hand to gain 2 clues. Oh, okay. Once per game. And that's per investigator. Well, I don't have any allies. I think Leo DeLuca is the only ally I have Monterey Jack's deck. So we moved into there for 1. I guess we'll go gamble. We know now we sort of know what that location is. Second action, move into there. So then we'll spend our last action to gamble, I guess. Either that or should get set up. So let's get pay 2, go down to 3. Let's get pickpocketing to play. There's nothing here to investigate at the moment, so I think we'll just not worry about that. And that's going to end his turn. And because we moved 2 spaces away from our original location, we get to gain a resource going up to 4 and draw a card. Oh, we got our weakness. Put buried secrets into play in your threat area. If your location can be investigated, you cannot move except by scenario card effects. And if you succeed, instead of discovering clues, discard it instead. And if you fail, you can take 2 horror to shuffle it back in your deck. I guess on the plus side, there's nothing here that we can investigate, huh? What denotes that it can be investigated? That there has to be clues, or that there's a shroud level? I'm not really sure how that works. I'm going to assume that it's just only if there's clues there to be gained by investigating. That could be incorrect. Let me know if that's incorrect, but it is what it is. Enemy is going to look for the highest intellect, so that is going to be us. So Clover Club Pit Boss is going to move here. It is going to be aloof still, though, so it's okay. Upkeep phase. Jacqueline goes up to 5 resources, draws a card, draws Blinding Light, and Monterey Jack goes up to 5 and draws Ethereal Slip. Okay. Doom phase, Mythos phase, we get 1 out of 4 Doom. Encounter card for Jacqueline, arousing suspicions. Place 1 Doom on each criminal enemy at your location. If no Doom was placed, lose 2 resources. Well, there's no one here, so we lose 2 resources. That's a little unfortunate. Down to 3. Could be worse things, though. Monterey Jack gets Cursed Luck. Put Cursed Luck into play in your threat area. Ugh, you get -1 on all skill tests, and until you beat a skill test by 1 or more, you have to discard it then. Okay, well, that's unfortunate. So we can't gamble here with a club pit boss is here, which is a little bit annoying. So I guess we'll move over to the Clover Club bar with him. Yeah, because we can actually discard our familiar to get 2 clues here with Jacqueline. So we're going to go 1, 2 into the Clover Club bar. No clues, what a surprise. And it gains, spend 2 resources to gain 2 clues and draw 2 cards, but you have to remember that you had drink once per game per investigator. Okay, well, that's tempting. It is very tempting. I really don't like the fact I have 2 bad things on Monterey Jack right now. So we have 1 more action left. I could just have a drink, but I don't think I need to right now. I think we're just going to use up our emergency cash and get our resources ready up. Yeah, let's just go up to 8 resources from 5 with emergency cash. And that is going to end his turn, and because we moved 2 spaces away, we get another resource and draw a card. Field work. Okay, that'll help out a lot. Unfortunately, none of these have clues on them, so it'll help out potentially in the future. I really hope that there's someplace we can actually investigate. All right, Jacqueline's turn. So Jacqueline is going to move here for 1 action. We're going to get rid of our cat. Sorry, Cat, you're going to look for clues for us. We're going to discard an ally asset to gain 2 clues. So we go up to 4. We need 4 more, Jesus. And then I think we're just going to draw a card for our last action. Yeah, let's just draw a card for our last action. And we got Perception. Okay. And that's going to do it for there. Alright, Clover Club Pit Boss is going to move here. Actually... Oh, wait, Clover Club Card Room... Clover Club Card Room actually does connect to the bar. I didn't realize they all connect to each other. I thought you had to move through the Clover Club Lounge. Whoops! So that means I only moved 1 space, which means I'll only draw the card and not get the resource. But that also means I would have had another action. So we'll just say I gained a resource for my last action. That was freed up. Effectively doing the same thing. Okay. Well, let's see. I think that's it. Upkeep phase. Go up to 4 resources for Jacqueline. Draw a card. Arcane Studies, that'll be super, super useful. And go up to 10 resources for Monterey Jack. And we get Sneak Attack. Not useful now, but these enemies are going to start hitting us at some point. Alright, Mythos phase 2 out of 4 Doom. Encounter card for Jacqueline, we get Mobster, but because they have Aloof, they're just going to chill there. And then for Monterey Jack, we get Swarm of Rats, which are not a criminal, so they're actually going to come hit us. But that'll hopefully let us get rid of this Cursed Luck. So that's not the worst thing. Unfortunately, we have -1 to everything. And I don't have a weapon. So I guess I'm just going to try evading first, and then maybe kill the rat that way. Yeah, let's just evade. So we're going to evade. We're evading at 4. I'm going to commit the scout ahead. I don't think we're going to need that right now. Yeah, let's just commit the scout ahead, so we are up to 6 to 3. -1, that's going to be, that does beat it by 1, so we get rid of a Cursed Luck. We do evade the Swarm of Rats, and we get to use Pickpocketing to draw a card. Oh, we got our Bullwhip. Hell yeah. So this is his special weapon, so we can actually start fighting now, so that's good. So 1 action to evade, 2nd action I'm going to spend 2 resources and get this trusty Bullwhip equipped, and then I'm going to use it to fight the Swarm of Rats. So we're fighting at a 5 to 1. That's a 0. That's a success. Kills the Swarm of Rats. Nice. And we can exhaust it to do an extra damage. Okay, it's a May. Nice. Or automatically evade the attacked enemy. Oh, that weapon's really good. Okay, I'm really glad we got a weapon out early. Because that's really the only weapon I have in the deck for Monterey Jack. Alright, and that's going to be his turn. Unfortunately, didn't really progress clues or anything, but it's okay. What do you want to do with Jacqueline? I think first things first, let's spend 2 resources to get Arcane Studies into play. And I think then we'll use our 2nd action to move into Clover Club Card Room and our last action to gamble. Question is, do I want to use my ability? Because it's just a reveal, right? Yeah, I guess we might as well. It might give us the best chance of choosing what we want. So we drew a -2, so we want that. A -4, okay, either one of those are good. Oh, and an Elder Sign. Okay, well, I'll discard the Elder Sign because that actually can trigger, or I'll cancel the Elder Sign because that actually uses my Elder Sign ability, which if this effect is canceled or ignored, we get to draw a card, and I'll cancel the -4 as well, meaning we have the -2 left over, which is an even number, so we get to gain 2 clues, going up to 6. And we get to draw a card. We draw another Arcane Studies. Alright, well, that's going to be just one that we can pitch to a test. Alright, that's going to be it for her. Enemy Clover Club is going to move to the highest intellect. So that's going to move to Clover Club Bar, because Monterey Jack is smarter than Jacqueline Fine. And this one's just going to chill here. So then it's going to be upkeep phase. We get a resource for Monterey Jack going up to 9. Drawing a card. Hey, perfect, we got Leo DeLuca. Nice. Getting that early is great. Go up to 1 resource for Jacqueline, getting Guts. We got a lot of willpower and stuff to commit to, which is good. Alright. Well, I guess we are good there. I could actually take a drink now to go ahead and progress things, but I really don't want to take a drink because I feel like it's going to be bad. I can't do that anyways while Clover Club Pit Boss is there anyways. Alright. Mythos Phase. 3 out of 4 Doom. Encounter card for Jacqueline. O'Banion's Thug. Well, it's engaged with you. You cannot gain resources. Ooh, he's got really good fight. But luckily we do have our trusty Bullwhip now. Doesn't engage because he's aloof still. And then for Monterey Jack, we got something in the drinks. So this gains Surge, so we draw another one, and each player who has had a drink loses 1 action. Alright. That actually isn't the worst when we get Leo DeLuca into play. We haven't had a drink yet, but... and he gets a Mobster. Alright, I'm not really liking how many enemies are coming up in this area, because next round they're all going to lose aloof. I definitely need to look for my ability to fight with Jacqueline. It really sucks as a person at each place. How do I want to do this? I guess we can gamble first with Clover Club Card Room and see what happens. I mean, none of these have Hunter, so if I can get the requisite number of clues from here with Jacqueline, then I can just move somewhere else, potentially. And then we can just move away with Monterey Jack and leave the Mobster behind, at least. Clover Club Pit Boss, we're going to have to deal with at some point, but luckily with the trusty Bullwhip, it'll be much easier. Because we also have sneak attack, too. Yeah, we'll I still need a resource, though. So I guess we'll spend an action, get a resource, go up to 2. We'll spend that as a second action to gamble. And, yeah, we'll just use our ability again. So we get a -1, we don't want that. A +1, we don't want that. Come on, even. And, of course, the auto-fail. Well, nothing happens, because no matter what we ignore, that's going to be a fail. Wow, that's unfortunate. Alright, well, I don't have enough... oh, man, this is bad. Don't have enough resources or anything to do anything. I guess I would rather get engaged with the Mobster. So I guess we'll use our last action to... Well, actually... yeah, everything connects to everything, right? So we can actually just use 1 action to move to where Monterey Jack is. At least we're together there. Because these guys are about to engage us. So, Monterey Jack, I guess the question is, do we just want to... Oh, actually, no, let's just set up because we do have Leo. So I'm going to spend 6 resources with Monterey Jack. We're going to get Leo into play. So we get an additional action that's essentially free. Well, not free, as in doesn't cost resources, but we know the Clover Club Pit Boss is going to engage us, and we'll have the Mobster probably engage us as well. I could take a drink, but I feel like taking a drink... I guess taking a drink with Monterey Jack, again, because we have Leo, isn't the worst thing, and it would just let us progress right away. But maybe we deal with these enemies first. At least the Clover Club Pit Boss, I think we need to deal with first. So maybe we just draw a card. It's either that or get Fieldwork into play. I mean, we have 3 actions left because of Leo. So let's go down to 1. Let's get Fieldwork into play. And then I guess we'll just get 2 resources as our other turns. Let's go back up to 3. Yeah, I don't think there's much else we're going to do there. Alright, enemy just is going to chill there. Oh, I guess we couldn't have taken a drink because Clover Club Pit Boss would have immediately attacked us. Alright, upkeep phase. Get a resource for Jacqueline, and she draws Crystal Pendulum. That could be useful. Buffs up our willpower. And then Monterey Jack just gets up to 4. And we get Hyper Awareness, which also would be good. But we needed more resources. I'm a little bit worried about those buried secrets. Alright. The Doom Mythos phase agenda is going to progress, so they lose aloof. Your questioning has drawn the attention of several men, hired thugs by the look of them. Francis doesn't want to be bothered, one of them says. We suggest you leave the premises before we force you to leave. Shuffle the encounter discard pile into the encounter deck. If the players have completed extracurricular activity, advance directly to Agenda 2B. If the house always wins in the first scenario in the campaign, advance to 2A. So I guess we get a little bit of extra time. Underground Muscle. Most of the other patrons seem oblivious to the mobsters and goons closing in around you, but you recognize this for what it really is. You're about to get roughed up. So yeah, we get a little bit of extra time than if we went to extracurricular activity first, I'm guessing. So I guess we'll have to do that one anyways. So it's 3 Doom Threshold. We have 3 more rounds. However, Clover Club Pit Boss is going to engage us, and I guess we'll just have the mobster engage us as well. We'll free up Jacqueline, because I think that's probably the better choice, because we can at least evade these a lot easier than Jacqueline can, and Jacqueline doesn't have any fight things ready at the moment. Alright, Mythos card for Jacqueline. We get Cursed Luck. Fantastic. Monterey Jack gets Twist of Fate. Reveal a random token from the bag. If you reveal a Elder Sign or positive number, nothing happens. Anything else, take 1 damage. Or 2 Horror for a symbol. -4. That is not a positive number, but it's just a damage, so that's not the worst thing. We'll put the damage onto Leo. Thank you, Leo. And it is our turn. Yeah, because we can't even take a drink with Jacqueline, because the Clover Club will still engage Jacqueline and fight. Well, I think we definitely want to get Crystal Pendulum into play. And unfortunately, I can't move anywhere because there's enemies all around. It really sucks not playing with a Guardian, or at least having a dedicated fighter. I'm starting to see the issues with my decks. Oh, I could have actually used Ward of Protection for... Yeah. Yeah, because that Jacqueline drew this, so I think I will actually... I really don't want -1 to everything. So I think we'll just spend our last resource to use Ward of Protection and just take a Horror instead. No, we don't have to worry about that. Alright, we have 3 actions. I guess we'll gain 2 resources for 2 actions, and our last action we're going to play Crystal Pendulum. Just sort of set up, I guess. Really sucks that we don't have our fighting ability with willpower. Alright. Let's see. How are you going to deal with Monterey's problem? I guess we can fight Clover Club with the Trusty Bullwhip, deal an extra damage, and then... Oh no, we can't sneak attack. So I guess we'll just hit him and evade instead. Yeah, we'll evade the mobster first. We'll just evade 5 to 2. That's a -2. You can spend 2 resources to count it as a 0. So we successfully evade the mobster. We can evade we can use pickpocketing to draw a card. That gets us emergency cash. We have a... Yeah, I guess now we'll use Trusty Bullwhip to fight Clover Club Pit Boss. We are fighting at 5 to 3. I think we'll commit our Ethereal Slip for 6 to 3. -1, perfect. Alright, so that's going to hit him. Now we can... doesn't want damage regardless, but we can automatically evade him with the... by exhausting it or dealing an extra damage. I guess we just do that on our next attack, huh? Because if I exhaust it now, I can't use it again, right? So we evaded once, fought once. We still have 2 more actions left, so yeah, we'll just fight again with the Trusty Bullwhip. We're back to 5 to 3. Do you have anything to commit? Not really. I don't really want to commit the Blinding Light, because that could potentially be useful later. Oh, that's... Oh, that counts as a -3. If you succeed, gain 3 resources. That's going to be a fail. Ooh. That's unfortunate. Alright, well, our last action, we're going to fight again. 5 to 3. Alright, that's going to be a success. This time we will exhaust it to deal... Actually, we'll just use it to evade. Deal extra damage, that'll just evade, so he won't actually attack this turn. And that, at least you've dealt with them for a turn. Falling behind, though. Still need those two stupid clues. Oh, this is really, really bad. Alright, that's going to be it for our turns. Enemy phase, nothing happens. Upkeep phase. These are just going to re-engage with me. To get a resource for Jacqueline, draw a card. We get, her weakness, or basic weakness, internal injury. So it takes a damage at the end of the turn, unless we use 2 actions to discard it. And then Monterey goes up to 5 and gets another sneak attack. Okay. Well, let's see what the Mythos phase brings. All right, we get a Doom, 1 out of 3. We got poison, something in the drinks again, so no one took a drink yet. So Jacqueline gets instead hunted down. If there are 1 or more unengaged criminal enemies in play, each of them moves 1 location towards you. Each criminal enemy that engages you as a result of this effect makes an immediate attack. Oh, crap. Well, they're all connected, so O'Banion Thug moves into here, and each of them? Oh, jeez. Yeah, it really sucks that all these locations are connected to each other. So that means, we don't have enough resources to use Blinding Light. Oh, I guess never mind, that's not a counterattack or anything. Well, I guess we just take 3 damage. We're down to half health. Jacqueline might just die here. This is going really, really bad. I don't think we're gonna end up getting through this campaign. Alright, well, let's see what Monterey Jack gets. Cursed Luck. Fantastic. So -1 to all skill tests. And Internal Injury, unless we get rid of it, we're going to take an additional damage at the end of the turn. I don't know how to get out of this. I don't even have enough resources to use Blinding Light. I guess we have to just hope Monterey Jack can kill both of these 2, and then at least engage the O'Banion Thug. Now we have -1 to everything too. Okay, well, let's fight the Clover Club pit boss. We're fighting at 4 to 3 now. I'm going to use this Unexpected Courage. So 6 to 3. That's a -3, but if we succeed, gain 3 resources. That is a success. So we get 3 resources, go up to 8. We'll exhaust the trusty... Yeah, I guess we do. To do an extra damage, just to kill him. So he goes in the victory display. And because... Oh, we didn't beat it by 1, though, so Cursed Luck still is in play. Gross. And we'll just evade the mobster at a 4 to 2. I guess. Hope for the best. It's a -2. We do evade him, but again, still Cursed Luck is in play. So we have 2 actions left, and we can use Pickpocketing to draw a card. We draw Manual Dexterity. That would have been nice earlier. A 3rd action will engage the O'Banion Thug. I guess I could engage both of them off her. This is bad. Okay. Actually, let's engage the mobster first, and then we'll use our last action to also engage O'Banion Thug, taking an attack of opportunity and taking 1 damage from the mobster. Just so we can tank, so we can soak some damage off of Jacqueline. Yeah, I don't know what Jacqueline's going to do now. I guess Jacqueline will just go back to the Clover Club card room and hopefully get those clues we need, but we also need to get rid of Internal Injury. So we're going to get her out of this room at least, and then use our 2 actions to get rid of Internal Injury, and that's going to be her turn. Monterey Jackson, some deep, deep doo-doo, though. Really wish I had that card that lets you disengage from multiple enemies. Alright, well, that's going to be it for our turns. Upkeep phase... Well, actually, no, enemies hit me, so we take 3 damage. Going up to 4 out of 8. Upkeep phase, this guy's going to engage with me too. So we have 2 mobsters and O'Banion Thug. We can't gain resources with because of O'Banion Thug, but we still get to draw a card. We draw a Lone Wolf. Jacqueline gets a resource, goes up to 2, and gets Robes of Endless Night. would have been nice to know that we had that earlier. And then Mythos phase. Jacqueline gets hunted down. They're all engaged, so nothing happens. Again, Surge. So she gets Swarm of Rats. At least that's something that she can sort of deal with. And we get another O'Banion's Thug to Monterey Jack. I think Monterey Jack's just dying here. I actually think we're losing this. I did not expect this to be so difficult. I think I just really brought in really bad investigators for this. Or maybe my decks just are shit. It would have been much easier if I knew that there wasn't going to be any investigations really other than the opening place, because I was sort of hoping that Monterey Jack, because we had like investigation stuff off the bat, but none of our stuff interacted with clues on here. Like honestly, I don't know. I'm tempted to just like literally call this campaign a bust and remake the decks, or at least maybe choose new investigators or something. I don't know. Because maybe I just got really unlucky. I know part of it, I know I said at the start we were going to be playing through and just sort of playing it and whatever happens, happens, but this is just a little bit ridiculous, I think. Because what can I even do? I could potentially kill... Well, actually, no, I can't, because even if I disengage from... Even if I evade 2 enemies, I have 2 sneak attacks I could do, but each one I play would get provoke attacks of opportunity twice from the remaining people engaged with me. I pretty much can only just use all 4 of my actions to disengage, evade everybody, and just hang out here. Yeah, I don't see another way out. I mean, I guess maybe we'll just try advancing with Jacqueline first, because she's at least freed up now. Oh, actually, no, she has a stupid swarm of rats! Do I use my... No, I'm not going to use my blinding light. I'm just going to try to fight 2 to 1, I guess. We'll use our crystal pendulum. We'll name 2. Actually, no, we'll name 1. So if we succeed by 1 or fail by 1. And I'll use my ability here. Oh, we got an Elder Sign. Okay, so we can potentially draw a card off that. This counts as a -3. And a -1. Okay, so that actually is good. So we can ignore the cultist symbol, ignore the Elder Sign, which would let us draw a card. We keep the -1, which actually makes us even 1 to 1, so that because she does punch the rat, and we get to draw a card. Oh, and we actually because I named 1 off of Crystal Pendulum, and we succeed. Oh no, we didn't succeed by that number. Never mind. We did draw a card off our ability. We got Unexpected Courage. Great. So second action, we're going to move into Clover Club Card Room, and third action, going to use our 2 resources and gamble. Come on! Oh, crap. Nothing happens. Okay, well, let's see what we can do with old Monterey Jack. At least they're all 2 evasion, but I have stupid Cursed Luck still in play. So, first things first. I mean, they don't have Hunter, but we do know the stuff in the deck that makes them move. I wonder if it's worth me at least evading maybe just 2 of them, and then you taking an attack of opportunity and moving in here. At least they won't follow us there. I don't know. All right, let's try and evade this O'Banion Thug. We're at 4 to 2. I'm going to use this manual dexterity, so we're at 6 to 2. That counts as a -2. So we do beat it by 2, luckily, because we used our manual dexterity. So Cursed Luck goes away. We evade this O'Banion Thug, and we can use pickpocketing to draw a card. We get another pickpocketing. Okay, there's 1 down. We'll try and evade the other O'Banion Thug. Actually, first thing, let's fight one of the mobsters with Trusty Bullwhip, because we could potentially kill him. I could fight with... actually... Yeah, the problem is I don't really have too many might cards to commit. I only have sneak attacks. Yeah, we'll evade the O'Banion Thug then. Yeah, let's do that. So second action, evade O'Banion Thug, 5 to 2. I think we'll commit our other pickpocketing, 6 to 2. Because I know there's a -4 in there. It's a 0. All right, that's going to evade him. Second action, evade. Third action, we're going to fight the mobster with a trusty bullwhip. Fighting at 5 to 2. I think we just go with that. Yeah, let's go with that. Of course, we got the auto fail, so that's gonna fail. I guess we'll do it again. That's a -3, and that's going to succeed, luckily. Just barely. We get 3 resources now that we don't have the O'Banion thugs on us. Going up to 11 resources, and we're going to exhaust the Trusty Whip to deal an extra damage, killing one of the mobsters. Okay, that's all my actions. Enemy phase, mobster hits me for 1, go up to 5 damage. This is not good. Upkeep phase, unexhaust. These re-engage with me. Can't get a resource, but I'll still draw a card. Get backstab. Okay, that's good. That can potentially get rid of one of them. And then for Jacqueline, we get shriveling. Okay, shriveling actually will be useful. She can come back and help. And we get 1 resource. Haven't got this last couple of clues left, though. The agenda's going to advance. Huh. Okay. Mythos phase, agenda advances. You hear a crash from somewhere outside and screams of pain in the lounge. A terrible monstrosity smashes through the entrance of the club, crushing the stairwell and knocking over gangsters and patrons alike. Spawn a random enemy from the set-aside hideous abominations into the Clover Club lounge. Shuffle the rest of the encounter set aside striking fear encounter set and the encounter discard pile into the encounter deck. Move all investigators and unengaged enemies from La Bella Luna to the Clover Club lounge. Remove La Bella Luna from the game. Well, there goes our escape route. We got 3 of these. Let's just give them an old shuffle. And hope for the best, I guess. We spawn conglomeration of spheres. It's only got 1 combat target, the lowest willpower, so that's going to be Monterey Jack. 6 health, 4 evade. After you perform attack against it with a melee weapon, discard the card. Well, unfortunately, Trusty Bullwhip is melee, but I guess we're fighting 2 to 1 with all of our stuff. So it spawns in there. La Bella Luna goes away. And all these other cards get shuffled into the deck as well. This is not going well. I have a feeling that we are going to just lose. And now that our resign location is gone, we can't actually leave. So I don't really know what to do now. We haven't even progressed the opening act, so I think we're just way too far behind. Alright, Agenda 3, Chaos in the Clover Club. Amidst the chaos and confusion, the strange abominations attack everyone in the club. Screams echo through the halls as the blood begins to spray. At the start of the enemy phase, discard each criminal enemy in the same location as an abomination enemy. Well, okay, well, he'll actually help us, I guess. So I guess I could just use my turn to evade and then have the abomination come in here and kill. I guess that's the plan. Well, we still have to draw encounter cards. So Jacqueline gets hunted down. There's no unengaged enemies. Yeah, unengaged criminal enemies, I guess I should say. This guy's not engaged. Frozen in fear. First time you perform one of the following actions, move, fight, or evade each round, it costs an additional action, but at the end of turn you can test willpower. Okay. That would literally just kill Monterey Jack, so I'm glad that Jacqueline drew that. Monterey Jack gets Twist of Fate, so we just reveal a random Chaos token, and we are looking for Positive or Elder Sign. Because we also can't afford to take much more damage. Well, it's not positive, so we take a damage. We go up to 6. 6 out of 8 on him. I have 1 more damage left I can use on Leo, but I need his extra action. So I could use Monterey Jack, move into here, and at least that would have the conglomeration kill all the 3 O'Banion thugs, but I would also end up dying in the process. Well, first things first, Jacqueline, we gotta get you try and get that going. So we're going to gain a resource and spend it as a second action to gamble. We are going to use our ability here. Cultist symbol, -1. We're looking for even numbers, so we need another one. Oh, that is... Oh, it counts as a -2. Oh, wait, no, it's a symbol, though. Well, that's a fail. That is a fail. And I don't have enough resources to try again. I guess we'll just gain a resource for our last action. Alright, Monterey Jack, what are we going to do with you? I guess we just try and evade tank until the conglomeration comes here. So we're just going to... Yeah, we're just going to try to evade, I guess. I think Monterey Jack's not long for this world, so I think we'll just start committing some cards. I'm going to commit Lone Wolf against the O'Banion Thug, so we're 6-2. It's a 0. Successfully evade 1. Use pickpocketing to draw a card. Get another hyper awareness. We're going to use our second action to try and evade O'Banion's Thug. 5-2. Success. Okay, things are looking all right. And then we'll use... Do I use the trusty Bullwhip now? Or just evade? I mean, if we know the conglomeration's going to move into here anyways and kill them, he's going to hit us for 1 horror and 1 damage. I guess we'll maybe just kill off Leo at that point. Because I don't have any other thing I can do. I guess what I could do is maybe I can just leave them here. Because I could evade... I've evaded twice. Third evade to get rid of the mobster. And then... Oh no, I don't have enough actions. Never mind, never mind. Yeah, we'll just try and attack with our Bullwhip. 5-2. Elder Sign, what does that do? No, we did not. It's a +1, but we did not start away. And we'll just kill him with exhausting that. Might as well just get rid of him. Alright, well, we have 1 action left. I could actually gain... Yeah. Oh, also, forgot Frozen in Fear. We should have tested for that. 6-3. -1. Alright, get rid of Frozen in Fear. I guess with our last action, we'll... Yeah, we'll just spend 2 resources and take a drink to get 2 clues. At least then I can say I had at least got past Act 1, because that'll be the rest of the clues that we need. Now we're at 8, so we immediately advance. After speaking to a number of gamblers and servers, even though this abomination's eating everything, it seems as though Dr. Morgan has had quite the run lately. Instead of cashing out his winnings, he was convinced to double down. He was last seen entering the guarded hall near the back of the card room. Put the set-aside darkened hall into play. And if it is Agenda 1, it is definitely not Agenda 1. Discard the top of the encounter deck until criminal enemy is discarded and spawn that enemy. Skin game. Dr. Morgan is somewhere in the private section of the VIP, or a club where only VIPs and club managers are allowed. If you are to find him, you're going to have to sneak or fight your way in. Only investigators in the VIP area may spend the requisite number of clues as a group to advance. We need 4 clues in the VIP area, which we're nowhere near, of course. Alright, well that was our turn. So up enemy phase, this guy's going to move into here and hit us. 1 and 1, we'll take 1 damage and go up to 7 out of 8, and we'll have 1 horror go to Leo. Upkeep phase, these are going to re-engage with us. They're going to die at the next enemy phase anyways, and then these get unexhausted. Can't gain resources, but we can draw a card. Get unexpected courage, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, our max hand size. Get 2 resource for Jacqueline, or get 1 resource. We got Ward of Protection, alright. Can come in handy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We're just going to get rid of Ritual Candles. I think it's the least useful at the moment. At least Robes of Endless Night can... Actually, no, we'll just get rid of our second copy of Arcane Studies. Alright, Mythos phase. 1 out of 7 Doom, encounter card for Jacqueline. Servant of the Lurker. Oh, great. Another one of the abominations, and this one is not great for her. 4/5/2 Hunter, and when it attacks you, discard the top 2 cards of your deck. She can only take 2 hits from that thing before she dies, and we have no way to really evade. It's not a treachery card, so we can't use Ward of Protection. I guess we can. Oh, we can Blinding Light, luckily. Whew, okay, that'll be our saving grace. Alright, and you get Swarm of Rats. Well, that sucks, because Swarm of Rats is not a criminal. So, the Swarm of Rats, funny enough, don't get eaten by the Abomination. So, we want to evade the Conglomeration, kill the rats, and then just hang out, because the O'Banion thugs are going to get killed by the Conglomeration. Because it doesn't have to be, doesn't have to be engaged or like readied for his ability thing to trigger that kills all the criminals at the location. So I guess we will, first things first, we'll fight the Conglomeration of Spheres with the Bullwhip. We're fighting at 5-1. -1, that's going to be a success. And we're going to choose to, instead of doing an extra damage, automatically evade him. So that takes care of that. Does still do a damage. And then we can use Pickpocketing to draw a card. Narrow Escape. Oh, that would have been useful earlier. Am I using a backstab on this rat? I don't think so. I have 3 actions left. I have 3 attempts. Maybe I'll just do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We're going to have to discard anyways. So I don't... Yeah, maybe we'll just use this Unexpected Courage just to make sure we can kill this thing. Have the best chance of doing so. Oh, actually, I definitely made a mistake there. I should have just fought the trusty Bullwhip, killed the rats but not exhausted, and then fight the Conglomeration of Spears. Whoops. Oh well, too late. I won't take that back. Not like it'll change much. Alright, well, we didn't even need to commit that anyways, but it kills the swarm of rats. Punch the rats to death. We have 2 actions left. I guess we'll just fight the Conglomeration of Spheres, huh? It doesn't have Retaliate, so... And it's still a fight action, so it doesn't provoke attacks of opportunity. So might as well. 2-1, baby! Oh, it actually hits. Alright, 2 damage. Last action. Alright, that's a fail. That's alright. Get set up for later. Cool. Alright, Jacqueline's turn. Servant of the Lurker. We're definitely going to spend 2 of our resources to use Blinding Light. Evades using willpower, so 6-2. And if a symbol is revealed during the evasion attempt, lose 1 action this turn. That's fine. We're going to use our Crystal Pendulum. We'll just say 3 is our number. +1. So we are at 6-2. No, so we definitely beat it, but that's fine. Deal 1 damage to the enemy because we succeeded. And automatically, or not automatically, but evaded. Not a symbol, so we still got to keep our turn. So I guess we'll use our second action to move into here because we need to get out of dodge. Darkened Hall. Put into play the 3 set-aside backdoor hallway locations. So evaded, moved. Let's move into... Let's go to the middle one. Back alley. Oh, shit. We can resign from here. And there's 2 clues on there. I think that's our main goal right now, is just getting out of here alive. That's going to be her turn anyways. Alright, it is going to be the enemy phase, and start an enemy phase because there is a abomination here. Criminals in that location get discarded, right? Yeah. Nice. Thanks, Conglomeration, for doing dirty work. And because he's not ready, he actually doesn't hit us either. Upkeep phase, though, they are going to re-engage. Or ready up, at least. But I think we're in a much better stead. So he's going to re-engage with us. Cool. And we actually get a resource again. Now that O'Banion thugs have been eaten. We got Lucky Cigarette Case. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Got to discard something. I don't think we're going to be investigating anytime soon, but I also don't need 2 copies of Hyper Awareness, so we'll get rid of that. Jacqueline gets 1 resource, draws a card, gets another Shriveling. Okay. If only we had the resources to play all this stuff. We're really low on that. And then Mythos Phase. Please don't screw me. 2 out of 7. Curse Luck for Jacqueline. -1 to everything. Dissonant Voices. Cannot play assets or events for this round. That is not great. Not great at all. Because my events were gonna be how I kill this conglomeration of spheres. So that's unfortunate. Now this guy is gonna go towards the lowest agility, so it's gonna actually start heading towards Jacqueline. Boy, Ethereal Slip here would be fantastic. Question is, do I just get out of dodge? With the amount of damage I have on everyone and how close I am to dying, I don't see us getting out of here. I think we're at the stage where I'm giving up on Dr. Francis Morgan. We were just too slow getting those clues. I don't think there's going to be any way I can get 4 clues in time. And get to the... Could we have a whole nother act card? So I think we're just going to take the safe route. I think we just have to try and get out of here alive. Because what is the alternative? Like, I could get Shriveling into play, and then I have a chance at killing these things. But it's not great. Because next turn, this guy's going to move into here, and essentially is going to lock Jacqueline into this place, because she won't be able to move back here to go to the other hallways. Because these aren't all connected to each other. Okay. I think first things first, I think we just got to try to kill this conglomeration of spheres. Yeah. I mean, it doesn't have Retaliate, so that's good. So we're just going to use our trusty Bullwhip, because we have 4 actions, so we can fight twice, get it up to 4 damage, and then the last attack exhaust it to deal +1 damage, and then have another action left over, which I'm not really sure what we're going to do, because I can't get in here and do something. Yeah, so I guess we'll do that. Fight once. 5, 2, 1. That's going to be a -3, but we get 3 resources because we succeeded. I have so many resources. I got 13 resources. Sucks I can't play anything. Alright, so that's 1 damage. Fight again. That's going to be a success. Up to 4 damage. Fight again. 3rd action. -4. But that actually still succeeds. 5 to 1, just barely. And yeah, we'll just exhaust it to do an extra damage and killing the conglomeration of spheres. These don't even give you experience. What the hell? Oh, shoot. I can't do that. Oh, shoot, I forgot. That thing makes you discard your melee weapon. Okay, that changes things. I forgot that when you hit it with a melee weapon, it gets rid of it. Oh, we need Shriveling here. So if I evade him, I can move here. Evade. So evade, move, evade, move. Yeah, because I don't think we're going to be... Oh, wait, oh, yeah, if we could only play backstabs here, but I can't. Yikes, that really screwed me. Alright, we'll just try and evade. We'll get rid of Hyper Awareness. And I guess we'll get rid of one of the backstabs as well. I mean, yeah, we really need this to go off. So we're at 7 to 4. -1. All right, we successfully evade. I get to draw a card off that. Got Scout Ahead. Oh, hell yeah. Okay, that actually helps out. Oh, but we can't play events! Oh, this is so bad. Okay, we're going to move into here. He's going to engage with us, but luckily he's got really low evasion. So we are just going to... yeah, we'll just commit the scout ahead. Actually, we only need one. I don't have just one. I think I'd rather keep the narrow escape. So yeah, we'll scout commit that. So we're at 7-2. That's a -1. That succeeds. I guess we could have hit him, but that's okay. Evading is just easier. So fourth action, we're going to move into here. Okay. End of turn, he gets a resource and draws a card because of his ability. Get manual dexterity, and this goes away. So I also can't move once I enter here because this place can actually be investigated. Funny enough. All right, well, Jacqueline's turn. Yeah, I think we're just going to resign. Jacqueline is just going to get out this way. We're just going to leave. And that's going to be it for her. Because I don't see us being able to fight these off very well with the amount of damage we have so far. If we had taken less damage, I could stay and fight. But, I mean, I don't even know what's going to be behind these other doors. All right, up enemy phase, nothing. Upkeep phase, they're going to just ready up. Mythos draw for... I get a card draw and resource. We get field work, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We got Swarm of Rats for the last enemy that we have to deal with. Alright. Well, I guess we will just fight with our trusty bullwhip. Fight the rats. 5-1. That's a kill. Successfully killed the rats. Second action, move into here. Third action, we are resigning and getting the hell out of there. Sorry, Dr. Francis Morgan, but I don't see me surviving this, and I'd rather at least get out alive. Alright, if no resolution was reached, each investigator resigned before Act 3. You barely made it out of the club alive. You flee to the end of the block and pause to recover. Before you can catch your breath, the ground shakes with a thunderous crash. People emerge from their homes and storefronts to see what the ruckus is, and a crowd forms in the street. You head to the front door and are horrified to see the building from which you fled just minutes earlier reduced to rubble. There is no sign of Dr. Morgan anywhere. In your campaign log, record that the O'Banion gang has a bone to pick with the investigators. Record that Dr. Francis Morgan was kidnapped. If any player cheated, which we didn't, luckily, add 1 Cthulhu token to the Chaos Bag for the remainder of the campaign. Alright, I'm glad we didn't cheat. Each investigator earns experience equal to the victory X value of the victory display and earns 1 XP as he or she reflects on the night's events. We get 1 for killing the pit boss and 1 just because of that, so we only get 2 XP. Funny enough, the servant lurker is worth 1 XP, but the conglomeration is not, so that's... we didn't kill either one. If this is the first scenario of the campaign, proceed to Scenario 1A, Extracurricular Activity. Otherwise, proceed to Interlude 1, Armitage's Fate. Okay. Well, I guess no matter what we do, whatever one we didn't choose earlier, but now because we spent time here, I'm guessing the next scenario is going to be harder. So next scenario will be 1B, 1A, Extracurricular Activity. Okay, well that is going to be it for this episode 1. Not a good start. We almost died with Monterey Jack. We almost died with Jacqueline Fine. She was 3 out of 6 damage. Yeah, I don't know. I can't tell if I just got really unlucky or if these decks just really suck. Man, as someone who has other favorite classes, the Guardian, it really sucks not having someone who's a dedicated fighter. I mean, we did have the trusty Bullwhip, but boy, we just got swarmed by enemies. I think that's one of the issues with the game is that it does scale clues and stuff like that, but it doesn't scale the amount of enemies that are in the deck or any of their stats, really. So if you just get unlucky and draw a ton of enemies, you have less actions to do things with to fight them off, even if it is easier to get clues requirements. And we drew another Abomination super quickly. We did draw auto fails when it could have mattered, I think. We lost really, really important tests. Maybe these decks just are really, really bad. I mean, we did get out alive, so I guess we didn't get the worst outcome, which is we just end up dying. or we were both defeated. So I guess that's something, but I don't know. This went so poorly. I'm sort of I'm rethinking my strategy here already, and I don't know. I guess maybe if the next scenario has more ways that we can use combat and actually investigate, because that was another thing, is like we had a lot of cards with Monterey Jack that let us investigate, and same with Jacqueline, we had Right of Seeking and stuff like that. We just didn't investigate until way down here in the starting location. We just had to gamble and do actions to get clues. So that really screwed us, I think. I mean, I guess getting Buried Secrets earlier would have halted us too, but luckily that didn't really come into play until the very end. Yeah, I don't know. I do not know. All right, that is going to be it for episode 1 of the Dunwich Legacy. Let me know in the comments below. Let me know if, like, seeing what happened here, is it even possible for me to come back from that start? Because that seemed really, really bad. Maybe it's just I'm not the most, maybe I'm not the best player. I know that for sure. But regardless, let me know if maybe I should just change decks while I can, or investigators where I can, and go from there. Some of the stuff I did like the feel of the decks, but these investigators also seem a little bit more difficult to play for newer players. So I don't know, maybe that's the case. But let me know what you think in the comments below. Let me know, of course, any major mistakes I made, because I have no doubt I'm sure made some mistakes that would have changed how things go. But other than that, hope you still enjoyed it. And based off the comments, and I'll think about it. Maybe we'll just stick with what we got and continue playing. But other than that, that's going to be it for me. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to check out my other videos if you haven't already, and we'll see you in the next one.